Good morning, traders. This is Ad Zeros. How you guys doing? Oh boy, today so many things are active today. I don't know what crazy going things are going on, but all are crappy. Uh, Very hard to trade. Ski jumping, you just look at the CLOV price action. No clear direction. Just going up and down, up and down. I tried to trade the wish. I went long on this on the flag. I added into my position. I thought it's gonna break 1550, so I added more, but then I stopped out on the break even. So it's really hard to. I don't know what is going to happen today in the market, but all the stocks are a bit difficult to trade. Hi Andre, good morning. So nice to see you again. So right now the SPY and the Nasdaq and the Dow, everything is green. Let's quickly check at the SPY. What is going to be happening here? Okay, is still trying to break out, but the formation is like that, every day is trying to move, come down and move up. We need a one big push, but I think we are not getting at this point. For Nasdaq, still below the high of the day, but keep churning up slowly, slowly. Nasdaq is also moving up. In terms of the stocks today, let's quickly check the gapping up stocks. So first one we have, it's look like everything is more Reddit stocks, but the couple of ones which I like it, let's look at quickly. So one is Dell. So Dell, I did long yesterday, and if you look at it yesterday, it was a doji. Today it's a gapped up. So today the Dell, if we look at it, um, if you look at it, Dell today, it's almost 3.7% up. Uh, I feel like this stock has a potential because it gapped down too much. And if you look at the 5-minute charts, you can clearly see that yesterday it was a resistance 2880. It's in the pre-market before 7 o'clock. It breached that, broke that level, and now on the 2930 and 29-ish level it is having right now. Hi Nick, good morning. So I think that this could be an interesting play. So just keep this few levels in your mind. 20, 2880, and the support is on 2860, and then of course, uh, you know, this one. So keep this in your watch list. Look at the go-to. Go-to is a similar one. If you look at the daily, you will see that it came from $155 to $15. It just keep churning, and since all the Reddit stocks are moving up right now, this stock has more potential because there's a lot of short sellers in it. So it touched 20, and then last 2 days is moving up. So I see that this might have potential for us to give nice momentum. Right now, it is holding 16 level, which we have already marked these levels too, which is 1560 and 1530. 1530 is the pre-market low, uh, and that could be an important uh, support and the resistance for us as well. So now let's look at the scanners. Guys, really appreciate if you give the thumbs up, and let's look at the one which are on the scanners. So CLNE. CLNE, if you look at the is a Reddit stock moving from 20 to 60, $12 to $16, and now lost all this gain and churning down. And if you look at the 15-minute chart, you will see here that it's making a double bottom, closing the gap. So maybe this is the time. In today, all the stocks which are gapped up are closing the gap. So it's maybe a kind of a signal that all stocks either they're gonna die down today, or they all going to move up when the market opens. But if you look at it, all the stocks are gapping up and closing the gap. So let's mark this CLNE. $12 is a pre-market low. That could be the one. After hours there was a resistance, it's 12.30. That could be an important support here. Sorry. And yeah, and then the another resistance which we can create is, see, the 1340, and the next one is a forward target with the 1419, and then so on. So that could be an interesting one as well. The next one I see is Wish, which I tried to trade in the pre-market. If you look at the F6, the daily, let me just do the daily. You can see here it was gapping up, and exactly as I said, that all the stocks are losing, closing the gap. So now if you look at the 5-minute chart here, uh, you know, I basically went long on the bullish, expecting that this is going to hold the 15 level. It broke the 1550. I added into a position, but then it's dropped back. I didn't like the price action. I stopped out on the break even, and see, look at it here. It's closed the gap, and now it is going, the pre-market is touching the low of the pre-market. And that could be an important point for us because it's closing the gap. But it's still the good run, because from 11.15 to $14 it had run, the stock had ran yesterday, uh, after hours. So it's making a double bottom. Let's see what it does. It could be a good potential. Yeah, Nick, the first stock was a tail, and the next one is a go-to, GOTU. Let me put the watch list here so then we can add into the watch list too. Uh, Let me just remove the previous yesterday ones. What happened is not deleting. Okay, so tail, go to, CLNE in the secondary, Wish. Wish looks good. Let's see what it does. But because it's the second day of the play, but all stocks are like that right now. It's losing the momentum, closing the gap. So we don't know what is going to happen next, whether it's going to continue fading down or it's just gonna rip higher. So right now, see, that's what I'm thinking, is gonna have a support to 1450. People bought it here because this is a pre-market low. We see the bounce, and we don't know whether it's gonna continue rip higher now, or it's gonna come down. Because look at the volume. Volume was around 20 to 81,000 on this, and there a lot of stocks are moving up. Therefore, we don't see a big momentum because there are a lot of options available. So right now, see, is making a nice bull flag going over the previous resistance. This could be a buying opportunity because it's turning 9 o'clock. So many, trading firms allow their traders to trade after 9. So there are some pending orders started coming in, and there might be an imbalance in the market, which may lead to a bounce on it, right? So if we look at the volume here, the volume is not yet increased, but we can clearly see that it's holding 1450 level, and now it's trying to move back to the 15. So if you have a two now, you can just get it from Best Buy, or the Canada Computers, if you wanted to have that. Yeah. Yeah, so many stock. Let's look at one by one. Uh, so other ones what we have right now on my list is which we have not traded in the recent past is RKT. RKT is suddenly started moving up as well. Um, let's quickly check that the daily. So if you look at the daily, it bottom up 1622 22 and now is around the 22. And if you look at the pre-market action, uh, if you look at it here, it just chop around, f- close the gap and move back up now. So right now it is uh, at this level. Let's mark some levels at the 22.26 and the 22.78. I think that could be an important level here. So Wish is now moving up. Um, I wish I would have traded that. That's what I was thinking, that is gonna close the gap and move up. It was worth taking the risk. But anyway, right now there should be resistance over the 15. It should move back and then give us a one more round. And let's see what happened next then. Let's quickly check the one more stock on the gapping up. There are so many gapping up. I just wanted to see that if we have not traded yesterday, because you look at the AMC, right? The second day play for these hyperactive stocks are more difficult because it's hard to predict their movements. So for gapping AMC, people might have lost the interest in AMC. AMC has coming down. Next one I have. Okay, let's look at these ones. Um Wow, look at the wish. Now it's moving. So let's check. Yeah, now momentum started coming in. Let's look at the path. I think path we have never seen before. Let's look at the path. It is 10% down. Let's look at the daily. So if you look at the daily from 91 to 67, today is a big drop. I don't know is it earning drop or what. Let's see the 5-minute chart to see what's happening here. Um, So it looks good, but it seems to be a quite volatile because in the pre-market low of the day touched at 66 and sharply moved up $5 and then came back down. Um, and then again came down, touched again the pre-market low and then moved back up and up now. Right now it's just underneath of the VWAP. But it looks good, but it's a little volatile, so be careful on this stock. But I think it is looks good. Um, Pre-market low is underneath of the after hours low, and after hours high is around the same level where it touched this morning. So look like it's holding those levels. And if it stay underneath of the 67, then we might have a good chance to go good ride some momentum here. So that's I have on the gapping up and gapping down stock. Let me just quickly check other scanner and then we'll see what uh, Andre is asking us. Also for the gapping up stock, check the Fubo. Fubo is really making nice bull flag on the daily chart. So if it's crossed the 30 level, they're kind of a good momentum here. Let's look at it. 5-minute charts here. Not a nice volume, but if it's break these levels on 30.50 or stay over the 30.35, then we can think over going long. So it has a momentum here, which is a nice bull flag in the on a daily. On the extended stocks, I'm falling from last few days LMND. I wanted to go short, but I'm not able to find a right opportunity. I'm waiting for the first red day. after long. So if you look at the daily of LMND, it's from 59 to 110. So I'm waiting for this stock to give us a one red day, one pullback, and then, because a lot of people who have not joined, uh, they might be waiting for it. And those who are profit, they wanted to, book the profit after the first, when the day started red. So right now, this 100 is going to be a key level, but if it's break 100 level, and just like yesterday, it went all the way 208 9 and then came down and has formed a nice support on 103. So these could be an important level for us if we wanted to plan for short. So right now, the short term resistance we see on 105 and short term support we see on 102. So that's, I think we can plan for it. Now let's look at what Andre is having for us. ORI, let's check it out. ORI looks good, man. It's a beautiful chart. Have some red days, consolidated underneath of 25. Today is just trying to gap up, not the pre-market volume, but yesterday was a very solid day. But then the question is that whether do we expect the continuation? Because yesterday it didn't broke out. So let's see what it does. But yes, you're right that if it's gonna broke this level, it could be an important uh, stock for us to trade. Guys, it was really appreciate if you introduce yourself and give me a thumbs up, and if you really like this show, and we are a small community. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Louis. I saw the right too, and I forgot to check. Let's check it because it's 3% down. I also saw in my scanner is a good volume. Look at 1.2 million volume. Yesterday was a down day. Today it seems like it's breaking out. It's a very long, big red day, and now it's thinking to break out. There's an important resistance, which was a support before, is now 1151 on the daily chart. And if we look at now the 5-minute chart, we'll see it drop out after market hours, touched the new low as 987, moved back up to 151, came down 1025, moved back up, then 1060. So it seems to me, if you look at it, it seems that this is making a lower lows and higher highs. And but is 1151 is going to be an important resistance, and this $10 is going to be an important support. So right now, I'm not sure about the direction of this. Uh, we need a more data after the market opens, because clearly, uh, after 4:30 p.m. yesterday, the stock has been didn't make a new low, right? And we'll see what it does if it's continued that level, because this pre-market low is going to be an important support here. The next one is the TLT on the Andre list. Look at that. Um, so uh, important is also breaking out in the pre-market. Has a good volume as well. Uh, 262,000, more than 250. Is keep churning up. Uh, Looks good. Let's mark the support at the 141.40 and the 141.19, and we have a resistance already. So this could be an interesting play, but just remember it's a very small gap up, so it's hard to predict. But from the daily perspective, this stock is really nice. Look at this. It will generate a lot of interest because it's already breaking out in the pre-market. EXC. Just 1 second, sorry, I'm just taking a sip of my coffee. So EXC, I think you're right, Andre. More or less, everyone has a similar formation. This volume is low, but TLT has a good volume so far. So TLT will definitely will can think over it. Um, no volume. Um, See here, it broke out here as well and then came down. Broke out, came down. So I don't know this time is gonna break out or is gonna again do the same fading thing. BNGO, let's check it out, the BNGO. 2.2% gap up. Um, Same thing, same. All the gap up stocks today, closing the gap in the pre-market. I don't know what happened gonna next, whether they're gonna continue moving up or they're gonna come down. We don't know. We need to see. Similar thing happened with the Wish as well. The pre-market low touched it and went higher. Wish still on the 418.82, 1460. I think was the low of the pre-market, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 1440. Right now it's coming down. So this is going to be an interesting day to see whether these stocks, and because there's a lot of stocks, moving up. So it's hard to predict the momentum because if it's a few, you know that all traders are focusing on the one stock. But now there's so many, it's so hard to predict. So um, let's put the ride as well for the secondary, and the other one which we have seen for the gapping down. What was that? I forgot. Let me quickly check before I forgot. Um, Path. LMND I will put as a secondary list if it is extended stock and if it's gapped down, or it's come under the low of the days, and then the Fubo is on the important breakout level on the daily. Nice bull flag with a good volume. A lot of traders look the Fubo, so we have a chance to get some kind of a momentum here. But right now there is no volume, so I will wait the volume to come. Look at this beautiful bull flag it's forming. Um, let's see what it does. And yeah, and then all the Reddit stocks, Wish, uh, and also one more thing, the Tiger. We might going to get. Let's see quickly the Tiger because I'm thinking that yesterday it has a beautiful support over under the 2470. Uh, you know, let's see what it does right now. I think it's an inside day. Um, yeah, yeah, leave it. It doesn't look good. Leave it. So other stock which you need to see, Wish, CLOV, CLINE, CLNE, and then the next one was the WEN. So we'll just put them into our secondary watch list if we couldn't find. But these are too hard to trade. To be very honest, these are really hard to trade. Uh, they do not follow the normal, trading patterns. Is you are going to stop out seven times and eight time you're gonna get the momentum, and this not worth it, man. Because who's knows that this is going to be a momentum, you know. Just like I saw, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get it, but it just got 50 cents, and I'm glad that I stopped out because see, uh, it went all the way to 1440. Then, people might have tried, went above 15, people might thinking it's going to break 15. What it does, it's just, so it is, all stocks looks very weak, uh, and is a very lack of pattern, lack of trend. I mean, just look at the CLNE, move up, came down, touched the VWAP, again came down, then now again moving up. So it's maybe, if you call a play, is that do not think of the breakout trades on these stocks. These are only going to be a bounce on the support. I think that's what I am thinking right now, is by looking at them, they might give you a bounce on the support, and if you're lucky, you might gonna get something, but that is the way it is right now. Is it fine, my microphone now? Okay. All right, guys. So this is all what I have. You know, happy trading, and good luck, and see you tomorrow. And for me, the stocks which I'm going to closely look at it is the Dell, go to, you know, path, and other all would going to be a secondary. Let's see what we get today. All right, go green.